A soulmate is more than just a romantic partner or a companion. They are a reflection of who you truly are. When you stand before them, you don't just see love, affection, or admiration, you see yourself. Not just the polished version you present to the world, but the real, raw, unfiltered you. They mirror your strengths, your weaknesses, your light, and your shadows, and in doing so, they help you grow into the best version of yourself. Think about the moments when you've been at your lowest, when self-doubt creeps in, when the world feels too harsh, and when you question your worth. A soulmate doesn't just stand beside you during these times, they hold up a mirror and remind you of the resilience within you. They make you see what you often forget, your power, your passion, your uniqueness. They reflect your potential even when you fail to see it in yourself. But it's not just about encouragement and support. A true soulmate is also the one who challenges you, who pushes you beyond your comfort zone. They don't sugarcoat the truth to make you feel better. Instead, they are honest even when the truth is difficult to hear. They hold up a mirror to your fears, your insecurities, and your flaws, not to break you, but to help you grow. They show you the parts of yourself that need healing, the habits that hold you back, and the strengths you have yet to embrace. In relationships, it's easy to look for someone who only makes us feel good, someone who always agrees with us, and someone who avoids conflict. But a soulmate isn't afraid to challenge you because they see who you can be. They refuse to let you settle for less than you deserve, and they inspire you to keep evolving. This is why soulmate connections are often intense. They bring out emotions you didn't even know you had, making you confront parts of yourself that you may have buried. At the same time, a soulmate is the one who understands you in ways that words often fail to express. Have you ever had someone look at you and just know what you're feeling without you saying a word? That's what it means to have a soulmate as your mirror. They recognize your unspoken thoughts, your silent struggles, and your hidden joys. They reflect your emotions back to you, making you feel seen, heard, and deeply understood. A soulmate isn't just someone who makes you happy, they are someone who makes you whole. They see the beauty in your imperfections, the strength in your vulnerability, and the wisdom in your mistakes. And in doing so, they help you embrace yourself fully. When you look into their eyes, you don't just see love, you see acceptance, understanding, and the reflection of your true self. This kind of connection is rare, and it's not always easy. It takes courage to face yourself through the eyes of another, to accept both your brilliance and your flaws. But when you find a soulmate, you realize that love is not just about finding someone to walk beside you, it's about finding someone who truly sees you. A soulmate is your mirror, and in their reflection you discover the deepest, most authentic version of yourself. A soulmate is often thought of as the missing piece that completes us, the one person who makes us whole. But the truth is, we are not incomplete beings searching for someone to fill our gaps. We are whole on our own, and a soulmate does not complete us, they empower us. They encourage us to embrace our strengths, overcome our weaknesses, and step fully into the person we are meant to be. When we buy into the idea that we need someone to complete us, we unknowingly give away our power. We start believing that without them we are somehow less, but real love is not about dependency. It is about partnership. A soulmate does not come into your life to rescue you or make you feel enough. Instead, they remind you that you are always enough to begin with. Their presence doesn't define your worth. It amplifies the greatness that was already within you. Empowerment in a soulmate relationship means having someone who pushes you to be better, not because they think you need to change, but because they believe in your potential. They celebrate your dreams, even the ones you're too scared to say out loud. They don't hold you back, they lift you higher. They challenge you to take risks, to chase after your ambitions, and to stand tall in your truth. When self-doubt creeps in, they don't just offer comforting words, they remind you of your power and encourage you to own it. A soulmate does not seek to control or define your path. They don't try to mold you into their version of who you should be. Instead, they inspire you to carve your own path, to make your own choices, and to live authentically. They understand that true love is not about possession, but about freedom, the freedom to grow, to evolve, and to pursue your individual purpose while walking together. One of the most beautiful aspects of a soulmate connection is that it fosters independence rather than dependence. Many people fear losing themselves in a relationship, but with a soulmate, the opposite happens. You find yourself. You gain clarity about what truly matters to you, what drives you, and what brings you joy. Your soulmate supports your journey, but they do not dictate it. They stand beside you, not in front of you, allowing you to shine in your own light. This kind of love is empowering because it is built on mutual respect and admiration. A soulmate does not feel threatened by your success. They celebrate it. They don't compete with you. They collaborate. They don't need you to be less so that they can be more. Instead, they take pride in watching you rise, knowing that your growth does not diminish them, it strengthens the bond you share. Perhaps the greatest sign of a soulmate's empowerment is that they love you as you are while also seeing who you can become. They do not love you because you are perfect. They love you despite your imperfections and because of your potential. They help you believe in yourself when you forget how capable you truly are. They challenge you not to change you, but to help you see the greatness within you that you might not yet recognize. In the end, a soulmate is not someone who fills an empty space in your life. They are someone who stands beside you, hand in hand, as you both build something greater. They remind you that you were never incomplete, you were always whole. And in their love, you don't lose yourself, you find yourself. There are moments in life when words fail us, when emotions run too deep, when pain feels too heavy, or when joy is too overwhelming to express. In those moments, a soulmate doesn't need explanations, long conversations, or carefully chosen words. They just know. A soulmate speaks your silence, understanding the unspoken language of your heart in a way that no one else can. This connection goes beyond mere words. It exists in glances, in gestures, in the quiet presence of someone who understands you completely. A soulmate can look into your eyes and see past the mask you wear for the world. They can sense when something is wrong, even when you say, "I'm fine." They recognize the weight behind your sighs, the hesitation in your voice, and the emotions hidden between your smiles. To everyone else, you may appear strong, composed, and unbothered, but to your soulmate, your silence speaks volumes. In a world where people often talk more than they listen, finding someone who understands your silence is rare. Most relationships rely on words to clarify feelings, to fix misunderstandings, and to express love. But with a soulmate, words become secondary. A touch on your hand, a squeeze of your shoulder, or a knowing glance across a crowded room can communicate more than any sentence ever could. This is because a soulmate doesn't just hear you, they feel you. When life gets difficult, when stress and exhaustion make it hard to put feelings into words, a soulmate offers comfort without demanding explanations. They don't rush you to speak before you're ready. They don't push for answers when you need space. Instead, they sit with you in silence, letting their presence be enough. Sometimes the greatest support comes not in words of encouragement, but in the quiet reassurance of someone simply being there. A soulmate also speaks your silence in moments of happiness. They know when you need space to savor an achievement or when you need to celebrate without words. They understand your excitement from the sparkle in your eyes or the way your energy shifts. They join in your joy effortlessly, knowing exactly how to share in your happiness without needing grand gestures or loud declarations. This deep level of understanding comes from an unbreakable bond, one that is built on trust, intuition, and emotional connection. It's not something that happens overnight. It develops over time through shared experiences, through deep conversations, and through simply being present in each other's lives. A soulmate learns the rhythm of your emotions, the patterns of your thoughts, and the unique ways you express yourself even when you say nothing at all. In moments of conflict or misunderstanding, this ability to read your silence can prevent unnecessary pain. While others may misinterpret a quiet mood as disinterest or anger, a soulmate knows better. They don't jump to conclusions. Instead, they patiently wait for you to open up in your own time. They give you the space to process your thoughts while also letting you know that they are there when you are ready to talk. This creates a relationship that is rooted in understanding rather than assumptions, in patience rather than pressure. Perhaps one of the most beautiful aspects of a soulmate's ability to speak your silence is that it allows you to be truly yourself. You don't have to explain every thought or justify every feeling. You don't have to pretend to be happy when you're not, or force a conversation when you need quiet. With a soulmate, silence is not awkward or empty. It is comforting, meaningful, and full of love. In a world that often demands constant communication, finding someone who understands your silence is a gift. A soulmate hears what you do not say, feels what you cannot express, and speaks the language of your heart without needing words. Love is often mistaken for perfection. No arguments, no disagreements, just endless harmony. But real love, especially the love of a soulmate, isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about how you handle it. A true soulmate doesn't fight with you, they fight for you. They fight for your happiness, for your dreams, and for the relationship itself. They stand beside you, not against you, making sure that even in the toughest moments, you both remain a team. In any relationship, there will be challenges, differences in opinions, misunderstandings, and moments of frustration are inevitable. But when you are with a soulmate, disagreements don't turn into battles where one person must win and the other must lose. A soulmate doesn't see you as an opponent, they see you as a partner. The goal isn't to prove who is right, but to find a solution that strengthens the bond between you. Fighting for someone means putting effort into understanding their perspective rather than just defending your own. It means pausing to listen even when emotions run high. It means choosing words that heal instead of words that hurt. A soulmate recognizes that arguments should never be about tearing each other down, but about growing together. They don't walk away when things get hard. They lean in, willing to do the work to make things right. One of the most beautiful things about a soulmate is that they protect your heart, even in moments of frustration. They don't use your fears or insecurities against you. They don't bring up past mistakes just to win an argument. Instead, they remind you of your worth, even when you're struggling to see it yourself. They hold space for you to be vulnerable without fear of judgment. A soulmate also fights for your happiness in a broader sense, not just in moments of disagreement, but in life as a whole. They encourage your dreams even when they seem out of reach. They push you to go after what sets your soul on fire. They remind you of your potential when you feel like giving up. They don't compete with your success or try to dim your light. They celebrate your wins as if they were their own. When life throws obstacles in your way, a soulmate doesn't let you face them alone. They stand by your side, offering strength when you feel weak and hope when you feel lost. They remind you that you are not alone, that you have someone who believes in you no matter what. Even in moments of self-doubt, they fight for the version of you that they know exists, a strong, capable, and incredible person they fell in love with. A soulmate fights for the relationship itself. They don't let small problems grow into mountains of resentment. They are willing to have the difficult conversations because they know that honesty builds trust. They apologize when they're wrong, not out of obligation, but because they value the relationship more than their pride. They forgive not because they forget, but because they choose love over ego. At the core of it all, a soulmate is someone who chooses you every day, in every moment, even when it's hard. They fight for your love, your happiness, and your future together. They don't give up when things get tough. Instead, they hold your hand, look you in the eyes, and remind you that no matter what, you are in this together. In the end, love isn't about never facing difficulties. It's about having someone who will face them with you. A soulmate doesn't fight against you. They fight beside you, for you, and with you always. Life is a journey of constant growth, change, and evolution. We are not the same people we were 5 years ago, and we will not be the same 5 years from now. A soulmate is not someone who simply loves the person you are today. They are someone who grows with you, evolving alongside you as you both move through life's ups and downs. They embrace change, not as something to fear, but as something that strengthens the bond you share. Many relationships struggle when one person begins to change while the other resists it. But a true soulmate understands that change is inevitable. They do not try to hold you back from becoming the person you are meant to be. Instead, they support your growth even when it means stepping into the unknown. They cheer for your ambitions, encourage your dreams, and push you to become better, not for their sake, but for yours. They don't expect you to remain the same. They expect you to evolve, and they embrace every version of you that emerges along the way. A soulmate's ability to grow with you is rooted in deep understanding and mutual respect. They recognize that you are not just one thing, you are a collection of experiences, dreams, lessons, and transformations. They do not fear your personal growth because they know that true love does not mean clinging to the past. It means walking forward together, hand in hand, through every phase of life. Personal growth can sometimes be uncomfortable. It means stepping out of old patterns, facing fears, and taking risks. A soulmate stands by you through all of it. They challenge you when you need to be pushed, offering wisdom when you seek guidance. But they also know when to simply stand back and let you find your own way. They do not force you to grow on their timeline or in their way. They trust that your journey is uniquely yours, and they honor it while walking their own path of self-discovery. One of the most beautiful aspects of a soulmate connection is that the growth is mutual. It is not just about one person evolving while the other stays the same. Both individuals inspire each other to keep learning, keep exploring, and keep striving for something greater. There is a natural flow of motivation between soulmates. They teach each other new things, open each other's minds to different perspectives, and help each other see the world in new ways. A soulmate doesn't just grow with you as an individual, they grow with you in the relationship itself. No love stories without challenges, but a soulmate understands that difficulties are not reasons to give up, they are opportunities to strengthen the connection. They are willing to work through misunderstandings, to communicate openly, and to adapt to the changing dynamics of the relationship. They do not hold on to past versions of the love you once had. Instead, they build a love that matures and deepens over time. Growth in a soulmate relationship also means giving each other space to evolve independently. While soulmates share a deep connection, they do not lose themselves in each other. They respect each other's individuality, supporting personal passions, careers, and goals. They understand that true love is not about becoming one person, it is about being two whole individuals who choose to walk through life together. At its core, a soulmate's love is not stagnant, it is alive, dynamic, and ever expanding. They do not resist change, they embrace it. They do not hold on to outdated versions of you. They celebrate the person you are becoming. Through every stage of life, every new challenge, and every dream pursued, a soulmate remains by your side, not just as a partner, but as a fellow traveler on the journey of growth. In the end, love is not about finding someone who stays the same forever. It is about finding someone who grows with you, who embraces every version of you, and who chooses to evolve with you again and again for a lifetime. In a world that can be unpredictable, chaotic, and sometimes even harsh, having a soulmate means having a safe place, a sanctuary where you can be your most authentic self without fear of judgment, rejection, or misunderstanding. A soulmate is not just someone who loves you, they are someone who makes you feel secure, both emotionally and mentally. They are the person with whom you can let down your guard, knowing that you will be accepted, cherished, and protected. Many of us spend our lives wearing masks. We put on a brave face at work, pretend to be fine even when we're struggling, and try to meet society's expectations of who we should be. But with a soulmate, there is no need for pretenses. You don't have to be perfect, strong, or put together all the time. You can be vulnerable, fragile, and uncertain, and instead of being judged, you are held with kindness. A soulmate provides a space where your flaws don't make you unlovable, they make you human. This sense of safety is built on deep trust. A soulmate is someone who honors your secrets, respects your emotions, and never uses your vulnerabilities against you. They understand that trust is not just about honesty, it's about consistency. It's about knowing that no matter what happens, they will be there. In a world full of temporary connections and conditional love, a soulmate offers the kind of stability that makes you feel anchored, even when everything else feels uncertain. Emotional safety in a soulmate connection means knowing that your feelings are valid and heard. You don't have to fight to be understood because your soulmate wants to understand you. They don't dismiss your fears, minimize your struggles, or ignore your emotions. Instead, they truly listen not just to your words, but to what lies beneath them. They see when you are hurting, even when you try to hide it. They recognize when you need support, even before you ask for it. A soulmate is also your safe place because they never make love feel like a battlefield. While every relationship has disagreements, with a soulmate, arguments are not about winning or losing. They are about finding a way forward together. Even in the heat of a disagreement, there is an unspoken promise that love is still present, that respect remains intact, and that the relationship is never at risk over temporary conflict. You never have to wonder if they will leave after one bad fight because you know that your bond is stronger than any single disagreement. Beyond emotional safety, a soulmate provides a deep sense of comfort. They are the person you can sit in silence with without any awkwardness. They are the one you call at the end of a long, exhausting day, knowing that simply hearing their voice will make you feel better. They are the arms you run to when the world feels too heavy. Their presence alone is enough to bring a sense of peace, even without words. This safety extends to your dreams and ambitions as well. A soulmate is someone who encourages you to take risks, knowing that even if you fail, you have a soft place to land. They believe in you when you doubt yourself. They push you forward when fear tries to hold you back. They remind you that no matter how big your dreams are, you are not alone in chasing them. Most importantly, a soulmate makes you feel safe in love. You never have to question their intentions, their loyalty, or their commitment. You never have to wonder if their love is temporary or conditional. With them, you know you are loved not just for what you do or what you offer, but simply for who you are. And in that love, you find the kind of safety that allows you to grow, to heal, and to be free. At the end of the day, love should not feel like something you have to earn or prove. It should feel like home. And that is exactly what a soulmate is: a home for your heart, a shelter for your soul, and a place where you can be completely, unapologetically yourself.